Hey guys, it's Trista. So I am coming to you from my very messy craft room today. I am posting a quick unboxing from the DFW Fiber Fest. And that is, I'm a little bit behind. I'm sorry, it was about 3 weeks ago. But in case you're interested in going to this event next year, I have a couple of words of advice for somebody like me who is kind of a newbie to a lot of the fiber arts. So I am enamored with crochet and I do a little bit of cross stitch. I've stuck my toe into embroidery. I need to learn some of the more advanced like knotting techniques and stuff like that. So I'm definitely very new at a lot of this, but I love fiber. I love fabric. I love ribbon. I love thread. I do like sewing. I'm not very good at sewing. Anyway, so I'm just giving you a background on that because this channel is tried and true. And so a lot of times I'm trying something for the very first time and you are learning along with me. So I went to DFW Fiber Fest. I was super excited about it. It is like 4 days long. So it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the reason why I found out about it is because my dear friend Karen Woolley, who is an amazing crocheter, she's got an incredible business and she teaches people how to crochet. And you'd think I would have asked her to teach me how to crochet or taken one of her classes, but I haven't done that yet. Anyway, she was coming in town and was really close to my house. And I was over the moon excited because I had never met her in real life. So this allowed me the opportunity to meet her and take some classes. I wanted to take my teenager who's quote unquote not crafty. Anyway, there are some amazing classes on there. Amazing. However, they look a little intimidating. If you are a newbie like me, you really have to sort through and find like the beginner, like this is how you learn how to crochet. And so undeterred, I was like, let's just go and shop. Because I found a couple of classes, but honestly, it was over $100 for each of us. And for a teenager who was going to tell me that she's not good at it or didn't want to go, I wasn't really willing to put the money out. So there's number one, the classes are expensive. You really have to be committed to it. And they're Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you can't take off work from Thursday or Friday, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. Um, Anyway, we went. I was like, let's go see what we can learn. They surprisingly had some free classes on learn how to crochet. Awesome. Sign me up. Totally full. So we didn't get to do that. We did have a nice organizer who said, well, if you can't get in one of those classes, come back and I'll just teach you right here. I was so grateful that she suggested that, but I didn't want to take her time away because she was obviously trying to run a very large event. And let me say, this event is top-notch when it comes to how they treat their instructors, organization, the volunteer network. Amazing. So for that alone, I give them very high marks. From a newbie's perspective, going on a Saturday to shop the vendors, I wanted sort of those introductory kits, right? Like here's how you get started. Here's all the things that you need. Like, I don't know what all equipment I need, like that kind of thing. None. Like, seriously, none. And Karen had told me these vendors sell out of everything like on the first day, which I don't understand why they don't plan for more than the first day. So if you're watching this and you're a vendor, I would encourage you to think about all the people like me who are really coming to get educated and kind of introduced to this, to have a little bit deeper inventory. The other thing was there were supposed to be some make and takes, right? I saw one make and take, and it was for something I really wanted to learn. I wanted to learn punch needle. It was completely full, and I just think that they gave them too big of a project to do because I think those people were probably going to be sitting there at that table for over an hour. If not more. I mean, just standing there watching them, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I know I'm type A and I like boom, 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 but this was like excruciating. And I'm sure their heart rate was slowing down and it was checking all the boxes, but you can't turn over tables like that, to get extra people in there to try it. So that's number two suggestion I would have is more make and takes and more opportunities for newbies to test out the equipment. I did see that the weavers or spinners or something had a lot going on, but I'm not that level. Like I don't even know why I would want to be using that or what the equipment's called. So it was cool to watch, but yes, I felt like a lot of the booths were really similar in what their inventory was. So if you didn't go there with a specific, like, I need 4 different shades of yarn in this weight, eh, like, you're kind of lost, right? It just became an overwhelming sea of color, which was amazing. Loved that and loved all the different weights and different kinds of wool. I have done a bit of needle felting, so it was kind of looking forward to finding some needle felting things there. I, and what I also found lacking in the booths were examples, like, "Hey, you can make this, or you can make this," and there were some. I will say there were some, but I feel like maybe the people there were a little bit myopic in how they were presenting their things. Like they knew who their audience was, and that's exactly who they were catering to, and not so much the newbies. So there was that. Anyway, we did buy some stuff, not very much. So I'm going to do a little unboxing here to kind of show you what we got and maybe finish up the conversation. We didn't purchase a whole lot just because it wasn't quite entry level. And if you think I was entry level, obviously my teenager was even further back because she was really new to all of it. So this was actually the only booth that I found that had quote unquote kits. And I thought this was absolutely adorable. And no, I wasn't delusional in buying this for myself, thinking I could just jump in and create this. My sister makes quite a bit of embroidery, or however you say it. See, I don't even know how to say it. That's first step of education. Anyway, so I picked this up for her. She doesn't know yet. I'm going to give it to her at Thanksgiving. She doesn't watch my videos, so she won't even know. But I thought it was absolutely adorable. There were a couple other sort of characters that you could get with this, and it's got video tips, but this is definitely not for the beginner. I mean, look at those flowers. It's adorable, absolutely adorable. But anyway, so I did purchase this. It was about $33, I think, 33, 35. So it was a little pricier, but if it was, I don't know, if it taught you how to do it, then I think that'd be great. But maybe the video, maybe I'm cutting it short. Maybe the video tips have everything. Okay, so I got this. Okay, here you go. You can see, so they had vendors. It looks like a lot. I will say there were a surprising number of people who like had their own alpacas and had their stuff there. Anyway, so I liked this map. I think that was really handy. And I like this kind of list of people that were there. Here's the ad book and the list of classes, the teachers. So this was really handy as well. Like I think this is, so here's a good example. This just shows you when all the classes were and what they were and kind of what level and what area, if they were crochet or they were knitting or something else. I almost likened it to an industry trade show, but it wasn't. Like industry open to the public, kind of that kind of thing. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I thought this was kind of cool. There's a booth there that has craft cruises. And I was like, awesome, except they're only knitting. So, okay. But if you're into knitting, I think you should take a cruise. I think it was the one that they were promoting there was Alaska, but it looks like they've got all. So I grabbed that. I don't know why. I don't knit. Anyway. Okay, so this booth really wasn't like a how-to booth. They weren't selling anything. They were giving things. And so let me pull these out. I thought this was really very sweet and kind of connected with us. And so we made a donation. So these are hearts that they had made, and it's got the little card that explains what it is. And these are for suicide prevention and suicide awareness. It's run by a dad who lost his son. And so you're supposed to leave these, either leave them for people or leave them in just public places in case you just happen to find somebody who needs to know that other people care. So I liked that quite a bit. So we grabbed a few of these. We're going to maybe carefully place those around or just send them to somebody. Okay, so this was kind of cool. You know how when you get to one of these events and you have to pay for a ticket and they give you one of those paper wristbands? Well, of course, DFW Fiber Fest gives you an actual like friendship bracelet. So I thought that was kind of fun. So kudos to them for that. They did have a lot of nice touches. I think this is from my daughter's event at school. Has nothing to do with Fiber Fest. Okay. They had these little giveaways. This is a stitch finder. They had them for Halloween. So super cute. Liked that. But I don't crochet. But until I do, I'm sure that I will find a use for that. Let's see. I picked up some cards. Oh, this group right here. I absolutely love her. So she did have some beginner kits. So I take that back. But she was also the only embroidery person there. Like was shocked. And I had purchased from her before. I purchased a couple of things. Let me grab it and I will show you. Okay, so I haven't done it yet, but I got this from the Texas Pie Festival. I love that she's like really getting out there. But this is for somebody new to embroidery like me. It's got the image already on here, the words already on here. And then it's got your thread count suggestions. It's got videos. It's got your card with all of the colors that you need. It just seems very well thought out. And I thought there would be more like this. So here's step 1, step 2 through step 5. You've got the needle. Oh, I bought this. This is the needle minder so that you don't lose your needle. I think these are absolutely genius. And then she also had one there. But I mean, I love my little Dolly Parton one. I cannot wait to do this. And so she was there. She had a number of the kits. I would encourage you to check her out. You can find her on Instagram or at her website. So we went back to her booth and I got another needle minder for a friend of mine. If Victoria's watching, this is coming to you. It's a cute little bee. She has a bee business, or her business has bee in the name of it. So, I mean, that's truly all we got. Now I picked out this for the suicide prevention. One of these was actually, no, it wasn't. That's the other thing. They didn't have a lot of them didn't have business cards. They had like, you can scan my QR code. Okay. I'm not going to remember that when I get home because I scanned it in your booth. These people had some really cute bags and I think they were going like hotcakes. She just had some cute stuff that she had made ready to purchase. Oh, speaking of bags, that's the other thing. This place, all of the vendors had project bags. So if you want a project bag, that's the place to go. Almost nearly, I would say, 75% of the vendors had project bags. So super cute, but I need the project to put in the bag, and then I'm all over your bags because I am a bag person. One of them was like alpaca farm nearby that they open up for, what's it? Yes. So they've got, this is a place in Keller. So they have an alpaca farm that you can go to and check out alpacas and their wool, etc. Anyway, so that was kind of my takeaway. So this was a couple of weeks before Pinners. And I was curious to kind of compare and contrast because those are two really different events. I've taught at Pinners, but I hadn't been in several years. So I was kind of interested to see where, for somebody like me who's kind of dipping their toe into the fiber arts, if they would have anything there that would be suitable. So I will do an unboxing with that next so you can kind of see what we came home with from Pinners. But for now, DFW Fiber Fest, would I recommend going? Yeah, I would. I think that the vendors there probably need, I think the vendors there are missing a huge opportunity to bring more people into the arts by having some more beginner kits and really carrying it through all 4 days, because we were there midday on Saturday and really there wasn't a whole lot there. And I was ready to spend, like I wanted to spend money, but as you can see, I've spent $33, which is a rarity for me. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll do another unboxing from Pinners. I will say one thing that came out of the DFW Fiber Fest is that I went to Joann's and bought one of these. So yeah, learn to crochet, beginners.